It's really happening, and no, this isn't a rumor or another media exaggeration. Something massive is unfolding right now in the royal world, and everyone, from royal fans to critics, can feel that this is different. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have found themselves in the center of yet another storm, one that could change everything for them, possibly forever. Just when it seemed like the chaos surrounding the Sussexes had finally calmed down, a fresh wave of headlines and insider whispers has reignited the royal drama. The couple who once stepped back from royal life for peace and freedom are now facing what many believe could be the final, most decisive consequence of that choice. It all began quietly, no official statement, no breaking news alert. But within hours, social media exploded. Reports started spreading that Meghan Markle's name was being quietly erased from certain official royal mentions. It wasn't confirmed publicly, of course, but insiders hinted that this was no accident, and soon, everyone was asking the same question: has Meghan Markle finally been erased from the royal family's narrative? The tension between the Sussexes and the monarchy has been building for years, and now, it feels like it's reached a breaking point. From the moment Meghan and Harry chose to step back, their relationship with the firm has been strained. They've told their story time and again, in interviews, and Netflix docuseries, and even Harry's own memoir. But now, it seems like the royal institution is telling its side of the story, silently, strategically, and in a way that could leave lasting damage. Royal experts are suggesting that Meghan's quiet removal from official records is not just an oversight, it's a statement. A clear message that the royal family is, perhaps, ready to move on without her. After years of drama, tension, and emotional turmoil, this might be their way of officially closing the chapter. For Meghan, that possibility cuts deep. This isn't about titles or photographs anymore, it's about legacy. Once upon a time, she was the woman who brought a breath of modern energy into one of the world's oldest institutions. Now, she's being quietly written out of its history. And for Harry, this moment could be even more painful. He's already distanced from his family, living thousands of miles away in California. He's spoken openly about how difficult it's been, how he feels trapped by royal life and misunderstood by his own family. But if Meghan's name is truly being phased out of official royal material, it raises an even bigger question: what does that mean for him, and for their children, Archie and Lilibet? Insiders close to the palace suggest this could mark the final step, not just emotional or physical separation, but symbolic separation. The kind that says, the monarchy and the Sussexes are no longer connected in any meaningful way. And if you look back, the signs have been there all along. First came the removal of His and Her Royal Highness titles from the official website. Then, their portraits quietly disappeared from royal exhibitions and events. Later, Harry and Meghan's names began to fade from royal statements, press releases, and family listings. Each step was small, subtle enough to go unnoticed by many, but together, they tell a story. A story of a royal institution rewriting its history without the couple who once made headlines for bringing it into the modern age. Supporters of Harry and Meghan see this as unfair and even cruel. They argue that no matter what's happened, Meghan will always be a part of royal history, the first biracial duchess, a global advocate for equality, and a woman who brought worldwide attention to the British monarchy in a way no one else had. But on the other hand, supporters of the crown insist this is simply protocol. Once you step away from duty, the institution steps away from you. It's not personal, they say, it's tradition. Still, it's impossible to ignore how personal it all feels. Meghan has endured years of criticism, harsh media coverage, and constant scrutiny. She's been blamed for decisions, accused of manipulation, and portrayed as the villain in countless tabloid stories. Through it all, she's tried to reclaim her own voice, to tell her side and shape her own narrative. But now, as the monarchy moves forward under King Charles's reign, it seems Meghan's role in that story is being erased one quiet update at a time. Sources close to Buckingham Palace claim this is King Charles's way of protecting the image of the monarchy. But others think it's deeper than that. That this is a message, subtle but clear, that forgiveness might no longer be on the table. Meanwhile, Prince Harry finds himself caught between two worlds, the family he was born into, and the family he built with Meghan. His love for her has never been in doubt. But he's also expressed deep sadness over the loss of connection with his brother and father. And that's what makes this new development so emotional. This isn't just an administrative change, it's a declaration. A symbolic closing of a chapter that the royal family no longer wants to revisit. But if we've learned anything from Harry and Meghan over the years, it's that they're survivors. Every time critics think they've faded from relevance, they reappear, stronger, louder, and more determined than before. From multi-million-dollar projects to humanitarian work, they've proven they can carve out their own place in the world, even without royal titles. Yet, this time feels different. This time, the royal family isn't just distancing itself, it's rewriting history itself. And for Meghan, who has fought to have her story told truthfully, that may be the most painful blow of all. Across social media, fans and commentators are fiercely divided. Some see this as justice, a necessary step to protect the monarchy from controversy. Others call it erasure, a deliberate attempt to silence a woman who dared to challenge an institution that has always resisted change. Regardless of where people stand, one thing is crystal clear: this story isn't over. The royal family may be silent, but the world is paying attention. Every new change on the palace website, every quiet omission from an official event, every new headline adds another layer to this unfolding saga. And as Harry and Meghan continue their life in California, raising their children and building new ventures, the question still lingers: can they ever truly move on when their past keeps chasing them? Because no matter how far they go, the shadow of the crown still stretches across the Atlantic. It's a bond they can't escape, and a story they can't fully control. And if it's true that Meghan Markle's presence is being erased from royal history, then this, right here, might be the monarchy's most deliberate, most final, and most ruthless move yet.